Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Maryland Jockey Club at Laurel Park for a Sunday edition of Today at the Races. I'm Dan Ullman along with Keith Fustel.
Yes.
Keith, we've got 7 on tap today. The track is fast. Some nice action yesterday.
Yeah, good day for the birthday boy, right? Angel Cruz with 3 wins. Linda Albert with a couple wins. Good to see her getting to the winner's circle a couple times. So all in all, pretty good day. Mackenzie Pfeiffer took down that late pick 5, the late value pick 5. Hopefully you played along with that ticket. Paid $256. Big Wanda was looming at 1100, but we'll take the 256.
Oh, we'll take the 256. 2 wins for Jamie Ness, 2 wins for
Yeah,
Jamie
Ness,
Rodriguez. They've nailed down the Winter Meat Trainer and Jockey Championship. I believe Ness will win it by 2 over Brittany Russell and J-Rod by 18 or so over a tie for second. But congratulations to J-Rod and Jay Ness for winning their respective titles. We've got Preakness 150 right around the corner. You're not going to want to miss this year's edition of the Preakness. Preakness tickets are now available at Preakness.com. And again, it's sad because it's going to be the last Preakness at Old Hilltop where so much history has been, where you've seen Secretariat and you've seen Seattle Slew and you've seen American Pharaoh and you've seen Justify. But it's also, in a way, the beginning of a new era.
It is. Sunday Silence, Easy Goer. Did we mention that one? Wow.
I was an Easy Goer fan. I was an Easy Goer fan.
I was too, no doubt about it. But yeah, we move on. I mean, and we're going to move on to the next chapter of Pimlico, and looking forward to that.
We also have the Preakness Preview Day coming up right here at Laurel Park, Saturday, April the 19th. We've got the Federico Tessio, the Weber City Miss. Both of them are win and you're in races for the Preakness and Black Eyed Susan, respectively. Also, on Preakness Preview Day, great to have a handicapping contest at Laurel Park. It's the Preakness Preview Day Handicapping Challenge. Not only is it an on-track contest, you can also play it online, and you will have a chance to win 2 Preakness tickets. You have a chance to win cash prizes, and perhaps most importantly, a chance to win a berth in one of the 2 most prestigious handicapping contests in the entire country. The NHC, the winner of the NHC this year got 825. It's not bad, 825 Gs, and of course the Breeders' Cup Betting Challenge as well.
I could stretch that a little ways, right? 825,000. I love it. Pretty basic format as well, so not too confusing for anybody. Go to the website and check out all the rules, the regulations, the formats, but we look forward to having you taking part of that.
Let's check out our weather conditions for the Sunday 7-race card, closing day of the winter meet. Certainly nothing winter about today. What a beautiful day. 69 degrees, a perfect day for racing.
Absolutely, racing, and maybe to the golf course a little bit late. Pick up a late 9 or something. We'll see. See if we can fit it all in.
We'll start things off with race number 1, going 3/4 of a mile. It's a maiden claimer, 25 down to 20. Maryland bred's eligible for the $30,000 tag. Sketch the 9 Granol. The 2 Chestertown Jane will be ridden by J.G. Torrealba. This is the first leg of our early value pick 5. We call it the value pick 5 because it's one of the best bets, if not the outright best bet in racing, with a low 12% takeout. Keith, you've got a ticket.
Yeah, yesterday paid good. Unfortunately, we didn't catch that early single, and it was kind of a beat down for me early on. Early pick 5, 11:30. Good payout, though, yesterday. Let's see if we can jump back on board and get a win here in this Sunday card. Race 1, 3 deep with the 2, 5, and 6 Chestertown Jane. We've got a video and a little stat for that one off the break for Perkins. Race 2, a little spread for me as well. Again, Tycoon, Mogul, Artillery Gun are going to be an awfully short price for Kieran. And Sir Mick is definitely interesting. Had a little trouble last time out. Could be the speed in race number 2. Race 3, we trim it down. Benito for Corrales and Yetsit Hazelwood. Going to be an awfully short price. Straight to water. The Linda Albert barn, 2 wins yesterday. See if we can make it 3 in race number 3 today. Race 4, the 3 and the 5, Slam Notion and Missed the Turn. I like the local debut of Missed the Turn. I thought it was really good, and you're going to catch some value with that runner. Single, it all comes down to the 1A. Burks, you've got 2 for the price of 1, though. You've got Walk Away and Joe in there as well. Going to have Carlos Lopez riding the plain 1 Walk Away Joe, but I look for Burks Confidence is back. Get to the front. Keep on going. $18 early pick 5 ticket.
And we'll start with the top pick of yours in race number 1, one of the 3 horses you have in the early 12% value pick 5. That's the 2 Chestertown Jane. We have a video spotlight for Chestertown Jane. This horse has not run in a while, but this horse has had trouble in the gate in both starts, including here.
Yeah, her debut was on the grass, got in trouble out of the gate, and then went ahead and bolted around the turn. This day, another sluggish break and then a steady all fields when put in a little bit tight. Now, we're going to pick things up into the far turn where, the job doors got her to relax a little bit. And she took the rating, leaving the half, and I like the way she picks it up into this flow.
Faced a very strong field in this race as well, finishing ahead eventually of 2 next out winners. And the winner of the race would come back to hit the board in each of the next 8 starts with an 85 Beyer top. So after breaking slow, making a long, wide run, this is a lot to ask for a second-time starter, especially one coming off the layoff. Still in with a chance here to hit the board and is eventually going to run 4th after understandably tiring. And we've seen Ben Perkins do this before. Maiden special to maiden claiming recently 4 for the last 7, $5 return on investment. You got to deal with a layoff for Chestertown Jane, and she's got to get out of the gate.
Yeah, she has a gate work, 2 back on my PPs that look good, 49-2. First of 4 limited sample. They're small, but I think Chestertown Jane with any kind of break. Boy, she showed that turn of foot. I think she can get involved early in here because you've got the scratch of the 9, Granuel, who I thought was the outside speed.
I think the speed now is the 6, Spirit and Truth, my top selection, and a horse to watch on our free Laurel Park handicapping guide, available, laurelpark.com/picks every racing day. I thought Spirit and Truth ran pretty well in the career debut. That was a long, long time ago, but didn't break very well, down in a tight pocket, split horses, second best to a more experienced pace setter. Off the layoff last time out, I wonder if that was a fitness builder. First start off a 308-day layoff, saved ground, finished on the rail, galloped out well. I'm expecting more speed second off the bench.
Might have been completely tightened up for that race. That opening quarter was pretty brisk, 22 flat, slowed down a little 47-1. Has that slight little move and just didn't quite follow through. You're right, though. I think she's going to be involved from the get-go with Weston Hamilton. Shorter price here, Warriors Jewel, 7-5 on the morning line with J-Rod. Second off of a break, 8 for 9 in the money. That stat, second off the break, this kind of break, 3% out of a 65-horse sample. I got to go elsewhere. I'll use Warriors Jewel underneath. Again, she's got enough positional speed. She's shown. It comes out of an okay race at Penn.
I expect her to be either first or second when the field turns for home. She has hit the board in all 8 of her dirt starts, and she has a strong speed figure advantage over this field. So if you believe in figs, she's obviously the horse to beat, and with that tactical speed, she's going to be tough. But she's had chances. She's lost at short prices in the past. Maybe we can beat her one more time. Keith's going 2, 5, 6, and 8. I'm going 6, 5, 2, and 8 in race number 1 at Laurel Park. We'll move on to race number 2, 3/4 of a mile for 3-year-olds, 20 down to 16, the claiming price. Let's take out the 3, Aikman's Audible. This is the first leg of our pick 4, 50-cent minimum pick 4 wager. And again, nice opportunity to get some prices.
Absolutely, absolutely. This race, scratch the 3, Aikman's Audible, as we said. I tell you, let's go right to the video. Sir Mick, is he the speed of the speed in here?
I think Sir Mick is the speed of the speed, and we're going to take a look at Sir Mick's most recent start. And Sir Mick just bobbled at the start, and when the speed bobbles at the start and then is forced to rush up, it usually doesn't work out.
No, he really, really sent this horse to Sanchez, trying to get up into that flow. 22-3, 46-3. Kissling gets it done this particular day. Just a little flat from the top of the stretch home, and rightly so after that early effort. But Sir Mick in here, he's got races, 3-time winner. I like that. Artillery Gunner with the blinkers going on for Kieran. We saw this horse now drops. Took the rating last time. Do you think he'll be more involved early with the blinkers?
I think this horse certainly can be because Artillery Gunner broke last time out. You see Sir Mick still on the left lead right here in the stretch, and that could be somewhat problematic if he goes to the front and doesn't change leads in the stretch. You could be saying, come and get me. That's for Artillery Gunner. And, of course, this is the first leg of our Chesapeake Pick 6 20-cent wager. We do have a mandatory payout in the Chesapeake Pick 6. The carryover going into today, $4,233. That will grow, and it must be paid out if you pick the winners of the last 6 races. Getting back to Artillery Gunner. Last time out, the horse broke so sharp and I thought was going to be right up on the pace, and was kind of wrangled back in a race where they ran 1-2 around the track. So it tries to get involved with a 3-wide move, and look at those fractions. They went 23-3, slow opening quarter. Then they went 23 flat the second quarter while he's making the move into the teeth of the pace. I just don't think that trip worked out for Artillery Gunner, so now he's halving in price for Kieran McGee, and we have a trainer stat for Kieran. At least 50% drop in claiming price on dirt, 43% winners, 265 ROI. I just think Torrealba has this horse close to Sir Mick.
Yeah, I agree. The only knock that I could find, I thought it was a little bit of a claimed off a negative drop of the two-back try. That horse, ran, I thought, credibly second time out after the impressive debut. They laid this one in for 20, but you're right, Kieran, with that stat. It's hard to not see that, and it's going to be hard not to use Artillery Gunning. Tycoon Mogul, the number, two back, certainly speaks volumes against this group. It certainly works. A little bit of early adversity, then caught wide. Must not have liked to slop it all last time.
That's really the angle I'm going with. Hopped at the start, two back, re-rallied for third, earned that strong figure, and I just think it was the sloppy track most recently on a track that seemed to be playing speed. They tried to hustle this horse out of the gate, and he just couldn't keep up. It just didn't look as strong at Parks on the slop than he did at Aqueduct on the dirt. It's J. Rod, it's J. Ness. You have to respect Tycoon Mobile. 5621 for Keith, 5217. We'll see if Artillery Gunner drops and pops in race number 2. We move on to race number 3, 7/8 of a mile, 45 down to 36. Maryland sired runners may waive the claiming price in here, and we've got ourselves a field of 7. This is the first leg of the second of 2 value pick 5s. It's the late value pick 5, 12% takeout, and again, no carryover potential today. You hit 4 of 5, it goes out.
Again, the pick 6 has got to go. The late pick 5 has got to go on today's card. We have a ticket?
Callie.
Yes, Callie. Going to follow right up behind Mackenzie with another winner. Let's hope. Race 3, she goes too deep. Veneto, straight to water. I like that. Single. Slam Notion. Going to take a lot of money. Just has run too good to lose the last couple. Really good efforts. Slam Notion will be the favorite in race number 4. Race 5, she goes with you get 2 for the price of 1 with this entry, but Burks, Southern District, Toast to Coast, going to offer some big value there. I think that horse lined perfectly right around 10-1 when it's all said and done. Race 6, she likes 4 in there. This is a really, really tricky race. You've got the scratches of some speed of the 3 stick with the colors and talk to the judge. 1, 2, 4, and 7 in there, and then she completes this late value pick 5 with 2 horses in race 7. They look like the ones. Lady Zeta anonymously scratched the 6 Hateful, who looked like that closer, the main closer, maybe bound by destiny a little bit, but I like her 2 selections in race number 7, our finale free. $24 late value pick 5. Good luck, Callie.
And one of Callie's 2 horses in the first leg of her late pick 5 tickets, her top selection. Talk to me about the 5 straight to water, a Maryland bred taking advantage of the waiver condition and going out for a barn that's hot.
Yeah, Divining Rod will get you a winner right off the bat. Linda Albert with 2 yesterday. I like a couple of these works leading in. 5/8 back-to-back, the 3-back work and the 2-back work. 101 flat. I looked. Now, granted, there wasn't a lot of horses working that day, but 3 seconds faster than Bay Street. And I feel he's incredible horse. Multiple winner. Ran okay at 7. But straight to Valor. Mare was a 6-time winner. Topped at 81. 5 winning siblings. She's got a positive ROI. Not the biggest win percentage with the firsters the last 5 years on the dirt, but an ROI close to $3. Interesting move at 7. This is not an easy distance to get it done. You've got to have that fitness there, hence those couple 5/8 works. I'm not in love with anybody else. I take a barn that's gotten it back now. 2 wins yesterday. Veneto just has that outline number, that 61 just sticks out. Was that just an aberration? 2 back. Got the right kind of track, the good surface that day.
I ran really well that day and ran quite well last time out. I mean, pressing the winner that day. That Hacksaw Ridge was a Brittany horse at 9-5. I think was the favorite of the second choice in that race. Was really confidently handled Veneto turning into the stretch, and then it was just a Veneto situation. The horse doesn't change leads in the stretch, and maybe that hurt him. Now it's going to be up to young Yetz at Hazelwood to get this horse perhaps to change leads in the stretch. But from a speed figure standpoint, from a speed standpoint, I think Veneto's just got to go and try to grab the front, barring a quick first-time starter.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, yeah, unless the 5 or the 7 come out and bring the speed, Veneto's going to be put right into the race. Your top selection, Latin Rebel, Did show the willingness late on a track that was very difficult to make up ground on down at Colonial on March the 13th.
Now, we did see a Colonial maiden shipper come back and win, I think, earlier this week. Latin Rebel has had his share of chances here at Laurel Park, but I thought that was a good performance. That seemed to be a speed-favoring track at Colonial. This horse broke okay and then was just tracking the pace outside and really just was even in between. I think he's a little bit quicker than he looks on paper. You look at, she showed speed 3 starts back, and if Veneto doesn't want the lead, and if one of these firsters don't want the lead, I think Weston Hamilton's going to break with Latin Rebel and be close, right there turning for home. And maybe the foundation that this horse has had with 6 prior starts helps at 7 furlongs compared to the firsters.
And coming off of a track like Colonial, the big long stretch there could have built things up for Latin Rebel. The one other firster I forgot to touch upon that also could bring speed to the table is the 2 Regency Tail, and we've got some good breeding. This bottom side, this mare's been productive. This horse's kin is still having fun, graded stakes type. Too many kisses, so some quality within this family.
Yeah, we'll see if Ferris Allen has this horse ready to go. The barn usually gives him a race, but you mentioned this horse was just bought for $55,000 in December. They're attracting J-Rod for the mount. Perhaps this horse will show speed. He is bred speed, both sides of the pedigree. Keith's going 5-4-1-2. I'm going 1-4-5-2 in race number 3 at Laurel Park on Sunday. We'll move on to race number 4, 3/4 of a mile, 3-year-olds. First level allowance with a 62.5 down to 50 claiming option. Let's scratch the number 4, Ann Lon. The horse to beat in this race is the number 3, Slam Notion. This is the first leg of our final 50-cent pick 4 of the winter meet. And again, I think a lot of folks are going to be singling Slam Notion in this race, who has run too well to lose in his last few and has found a way to lose.
Absolutely, absolutely. We got video spotlight of Slam Notion's most recent race. That's against Faster Gator, who came back off the layoff, right, for Farrier.
I was surprised at how quick Slam Notion was from the gate in here, clearing out to the lead and the rail from the far outside post, and Slam Notion is dueling inside a horse that's going to end up fading to finish second. So just when Slam Notion puts away the speed, here comes Faster Gator. So there's no rest for the weary. And Slam Notion, even though he's weary, is going to be fighting back all the way through the stretch. He gets bumped here. I wonder if it affected things. I just think the trip took its toll. The good news about Slam Notion is he can rate if necessary. I don't think it's necessary. I think he goes to the front.
Yeah, the main other speed, certainly to me, looks like Tojo's Mojo. What are you going to get from that one? Hasn't been seen since the Hickory Tree at Colonial back in early August. Came away from the gate a little bit sluggish there, caught wide. The 2-back try really catches your eye, though, in July when beating a horse like Fire Pit, Speedy Alex. You see Faster Gator there on the page in debut. An alert break. I don't think Tojo's Mojo is going to let Slam Notion get too far away.
Let's talk a little bit about Tojo's Mojo, because this horse showed some ability as a 2-year-old. A nice winner, 2 starts back. For a 2-year-old in July to earn a 67 Beyer speed figure, that's very strong, and that led to this horse being favored in a little restricted stake down at Colonial Downs in his subsequent start, a race that was dominated by closers. I think Tojo's Mojo is going to benefit from this layoff. Lasix on, and he's likely going to show some speed in here.
Yeah, he showed some real ability. These two could just maybe get involved and keep on going. I thought the 5, if you're looking for a little bit of a price, Dan, missed the turn in local debut. The Maryland bred came up here and got the money with the waiver, beating a horse like Creed's Vision, who was a troubled horse the time before for Morley, came back and ran well again. But I tell you what, stumbled at the break. Quick recovery, prompted 3 to 4 wide to get it done. 2 fits faster than Lift the Lid. That's a filly, right? 2 for 8 now, second time Lasix for this barn. The time works for me. I think this horse, if Tojo's Mojo goes after Slam Notion early, they get really involved. I like this setup, and I like the improvement here, local debut for Miss the Turn.
We'll quickly talk about the 2 Bangkok Bob, a 3-time winner. The rest of the field combined has 4 wins, so that gives Bangkok Bob a leg up over this group. Off the claim after being the beaten favorite last time out. I thought that 1.116 just might have been, even though the horse was running late, a little bit too far. Now it's going to turn back to 6. Have we seen the best of Bangkok Bob, or can this new barn kind of move him up?
It'll be interesting. It'll be the first time with Lasix sprinting, so will he hedge back and be able to get into that lower to mid-70s category from the buyer standpoint that he's going to probably have to get We shall see. But, man, this guy likes making that move just off of it when sprinting. I think he certainly fits in here.
We'll see if Slam Notion finally gets a well-deserved victory. 3-5-6-2 for Keith, 3-6-2-5 for me. 4 down, 3 to go for the Laurel Winter Meet. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back for the late pick 3.
Baltimore! To the city of Baltimore, to all the fans watching around the world, Riders up!
They're off in the Preakness.
All eyes of the world will be on Baltimore.
They're head and head. Seabiscuit leads by a length. Seabiscuit is the winner.
And it was a powerhouse race again by the big, strong Secretariat.
Sunday Silence takes the lead at the quarter pole.
American Barrow, phenomenal in the Preakness. And the filly did it! Rachel Alexandra! Here is Smarty Jones. He wins the Preakness by a dozen lengths.
She's the brave, wins the Preakness.
Welcome back to Today at the Races. I'm Dan. He's Keith. 4 down, 3 to go, which means we move on to race number 5. We're going a mile and a 16th. This is a hard-hitting, claiming race. Some good old-timers that like to win. 75 down to 6 with a beaten condition. Note that Carlos Lopez will ride one half of the Jamie Ness trained entry. The number 1, Walk Away Joe. You're single in the pick 5 if you're alive. The early 12% value, 12% low takeout value pick 5 is the number 1A Burks. Now, Burks is my top selection as well.
Okay.
You're brave, I think, in singling.
Well, I got a little help there if he gets pressure. If his other buddy there, part of the entry, Walk Away Joe, can kind of move into it. But, yeah, I had to single somewhere to keep the ticket manageable. And I looking at a horse that's won 12 times. You talk about some crafty vets here that like winning. Nobody likes winning more than Burks. He comes back to a track that he loves. 5 for 16 over this race course. Got involved early from outer post, was down inside, took the pressure, kept on going. J-Rod has won a slew of races. Let's go to the video spotlight.
Let's watch Burks' most recent start. I just thought this was a very clever ride. Look at these fractions. They backed down the second quarter to 25 and 2, and now he's going for home. And I think that's smart, just really pushing along on Burks. Pit Boss, who's been chasing him from the start, is going to go after him. Right here, you look at the way the riders are going. You're thinking Pit Boss is being ridden more confidently. He's going to go by Burks. But as you mentioned, Burks likes to win races. He's a crafty old timer, and he refuses to lose. I'm a little bit concerned that this race was pace-aided, but I think he's getting to the lead again in here, isn't he?
I'm hoping this is a confidence builder for this guy. He had a couple hiccups leading into it, a big effort. This race doesn't count against the condition, obviously, because this was for 5, so he's able to kind of step back up here in the 75, 1 in 6 months. I think he's got to clear. I don't want him pressing outside of another horse. I'm hoping he can clear into the first turn, get a little breather as they head to the far turn, because I think once he's engaged, he'll show that fight. He's shown it multiple times in the past. That's why he's a 12-time winner. Stat for Jamie Ness.
Last out winners coming back second off a 2 to 4 month day layoff. 2 to 4 months layoff on dirt. 7 for the last 16, 44%, 218 ROI. When Jamie brings them back sharp off a layoff, they tend to stay sharp, and this horse should show sharp speed. You know it wouldn't be a Today at the Races show without me having Rumjar in the mix. I mean, I chase him every single time, and that's why I'm wearing this raggedy old sports coat every day, because Rumjar hasn't been able to get it done. And I seem to say it every single time. Maybe they're waiting for Monmouth. He's 0 for 13 lifetime at Laurel, but he's dropping in class here. He just fits with these horses, doesn't he?
Jersey will be open soon, and Rumjar, he can't wait to get up the turnpike and go. But no, Rumjar, he works it. He works here. And I fear him as possibly standing to get into position, or even from the outside toast to coast. But I think the numbers last couple going in the right direction. I don't think the flow is going to be terribly difficult for him. I do think he stays around with my guy. I think he's a pest to my buddy Burks.
The 5 Hornbeam was claimed by the high percentage Anthony Farrier barn 2 starts back, and I wonder if they just aimed a little bit too high in that first level allowance last time out, and Hornbeam trailed around the track. This is immense class relief, so I'm just going to draw a line to that most recent start, and you go back to some of his races, he's got plenty of figures that make him competitive.
No doubt. No, even if he kind of comes back and runs out mid-60, that could win this race. And Ferrier, we've run this stat in the past on this show. He's been good. He's been good here second off the claim on the main track. So I definitely fear Hornbeam. Southern District's another one that on his best, absolutely. Will he come back to those 80s, low to mid 70s race? I'm just not so sure. I thought he'd be a little bit closer last time. They went slow, but Westy, again, has an inside go here. We'll get position. I don't think formal order or walk away. Joe has quite the early foot of Southern District. He slides into a good position, even dare to bite to his outside. You'll see Wesley, I think, get a little aggressive around that first turn.
Yeah, I think they're going to take advantage of this inside post, break, let Burks go, settle into the pocket, or maybe try to ease outside that horse. This horse has good tactical speed. You mentioned the back class, and maybe just a little bit pace compromised. You mentioned it was a slow pace. They ran 1-2 all the way around the track. I really never want to count this horse out because of his strong back class. But Burks, you're single in the early pick 5, 1A, 6, 5, and 3 for Keith, 1A, 6, 3, and 5 for me in race number 5 at Laurel Park on Sunday. Let's move on to race number 6, 5.5 furlongs. It is a race for fillies and mares, 4 and up. Non-winners at 2 life with a 40,000 down to 32 claiming option. Take out the 3, stick with the colors. Take out the 6, talk to the judge. When you take out the 3 and you take out the 6, you're taking out a ton of speed.
Yeah, the connections of Winky, Winky, Winky are like, yes. We love this, and we love it. So Winky, 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 I didn't adjust. I kind of stayed with my guns here because I think a horse like Discreet Ops might go ahead and go from this outside as well. She's shown speed in the past. But Winky, 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 I think, is the biggest beneficiary of these scratches.
No, I think Winky Winky is the speed of the race. I think Winky Winky is going to be real tough to catch. It's kind of an interesting race. You have a 5-horse field. I think they're very evenly matched. We both like Angel Art. Dave Rodman likes Angel Art. He told me yesterday after the race is too much weight.
Got a lot of weight to carry.
So we've got a lot of weight to carry on Angel Art. But we do have a video of Angel Art and Discreet Ops' I believe, most recent run, or was it 2 starts back?
This is a couple
January
races
24th,
back.
a couple races back.
Yeah,
yes.
this involves also Discreet Ops, who was in trouble out of the gate. You see that little squeeze-a-rama there going on. And Discreet Ops is the first one to make the move around the turn in that particular race. So got into position, slid up to the inside. We're going to see this move, leaving the 3-ace pole to mid-turn. And Discreet Ops, all in all, I think after that start, ran okay. Angel Art's the one we're going to watch as well. Comment, paused at the quarter pole, Dan.
He is stuck in behind horses here, and Sheldon seems to be riding very confidently. I've talked to Mark Schumann about Angel Art, and that's the way he, encourages his riders to ride Angel Art. She seems to have a short burst of speed, and now Sheldon's going to start going. Perfect trip now. The rail opens up, and Angel Art just flattens out just a little bit at the end. Discreet Ops, after that start, had a lot of work to do. She has back class. My concern with Angel Art is this. My concern with Discreet Ops is this the kind of horse that runs to the level of the competition? I mean, stakes place 3 starts back. We're expecting a breakthrough, and it hasn't come yet. Angel Art, I actually like turning back to 5.5, but with the speed gone, is there enough to run at?
That's the question, and I think Angel Art's going to need a horse like Discreet Ops to possibly go. Kitten's Appeal, I think, can lay close enough. I don't know if she wants to dead send from the inside. This first quarter of a mile is going to be critical to Angel Art's chances last time out. Off the Lasix in the conniver. Go read William Humphrey's description of that race. It's very good. He was just wondering if something was amiss. She made a little bit of a move around the turn and then wondered if Sheldon, just a little protect move. I'm not so sure Sheldon is back, though, so that gives me a little bit more promise, a little bit more faith in Angel Art to settle back on Lasix a day and make that run. But she's going to need a little help.
Maybe Devil Pays in Gold can show a little bit of speed. I mean, this horse is fresh. We haven't seen her since she won the Maryland Million starter last time out for Kieran McGee. We do have a video spotlight for Devil Pays in Gold. And here is Devil Pays in Gold just sitting really comfortably in that Maryland Million race. The pace, though, was very fast, and it's set up for her. I thought this pace falls apart late.
And she was closers did all right, but outside was good as well. She was towards the inner part of the racetrack and is able to kind of work through some traffic, not intimidated in the least, and is able to split here and get it done. I thought this was a gutsy effort. I thought the high and wides had a little bit more advantage, but look at this tenacity through the last eighth of a mile. with Karamanos. Gonna get up for Kieran and company. Done a nice job with Devil Pays in Gold. Got a well-rewarded little bit of a break, and now she's back. Here's your stat.
And here's Kieran off first after 120 to 180-day layoffs. 3 for the last 10, 30% big ROI, 524. You're right, it was a well-deserved break. This horse had 23 starts. No layoffs. You win a big pot like the Maryland Million starter, you deserve a break, and now you start over. And I'm assuming the Maryland Million's the goal again?
Yeah, like I'm doing right by the mare. You got to like that for those connections. Anybody else we want to touch upon it? Kitten's Appeal, your fourth horse. It would not surprise me in the least if she's got it done. She's going to go third-time Lasix for Bruce Levine. You see that second off a 45 to 180-day layoff, that goose egg staring at you on the daily racing form PPs. But she works here. She does work.
Listen, Honest Score has already won at this class level at Laurel. That was back last summer where she showed speed and wired the field. So you're right. Maybe this horse could show a little bit of zip. Sat off it last time out, winning at Aqueduct. Nice feature race.
It is.
Small field, but very competitive. We're both hoping that maybe Angel Arndt gets a little bit of something to run at a price. 4725 for Keith, 4271 for me. We'll close out the winter meet with race number 7, 6 furlongs. This is for fillies and mares. It's a starter optional claiming event. Take out the 6 Hateful. Now, while the last race lost speed, there's speed in droves here because you've got Lady Zeta, the number 1, anonymously the number 2. There's other speeds in here. I think Lady Zeta is the speed of the speed, but let's watch anonymously your top selection. We have a video spotlight.
She might lead the league in video spotlights. She's just one of our favorites, this 9-year-old mare. She just keeps on going. And you know what? Where she, in the past, didn't really run well on off going, she's been running well on the sloppy seal tracks of late. This particular day, I didn't know if I was a little surprised to see her on the lead outrunning Pino's Little Girl, who's the eventual winner. But right here, this is the heart and the tough racehorse. It gets in bothered a little bit. Pina's Little Girl kind of shifts in. Man, still holds game to the wire. Lady Zed, I think, is going to be on an all-out send from the inside. Kieran's other horse, Love to Eat, I think will go ahead and force that pace. But here's another Kieran McGee stat for you.
Second off the claim on dirt, 7 for the last 22. Big number, 32%, 203 ROI. You mentioned Pino's Little Girl, the horse that beat anonymously last time out, came right back and placed in a first-level allowance. That horse earned a 74 buyer speed figure. Yeah, I was a little bit surprised how aggressive they were with anonymously last time out. I think they're going to get sort of pulled into the race by Lady Zeta and the 3. I think Lady Zeta, there's a chance this horse is the speed of the speed, and she showed that high speed last time out at Aqueduct. Got tired late, really didn't love the way she was galloping out. She looked tired, so might have to avoid just a complete cutthroat duel, but this horse has done some really good work in the past. 10 wins, Jamie Ness, Jamie Rodriguez again. They've already nailed down the trainer and jockey title respectively. Maybe they close the winter meet with another winner.
Definitely could. I do think the Kieran's other horse. It's interesting, Torrealba goes to Love to Eat. I would have thought maybe he'd have stayed on anonymously, but hey, he's on Love to Eat, and she's pretty quick in her own right. So Lady Zeta better hadn't missed the beat at the break. But, yeah, she'll be on a go from the inside anonymously. I think he'll be sitting chilly and ready to pounce at the quarter pole.
2, 3, 1, and 7 for Keith. 1, 2, 5, and 7 for me in race number 7 at Laurel Park as we get set for a Sunday afternoon of racing. Winter meet in the books.
Yes, in the books.
We begin the spring meet on Friday, hopefully with some nice weather, and I know turf racing is right around the corner. But first, we've got to cash out and score and prepare for the spring meet. Your value play is Angel Art. Won't be 10-1 anymore.
No. What are you thinking? 9-2?
Maybe.
Ish.
That's not bad in a 5-horse field.
No. And again, back on the Lasix today. Unfortunate scratches in there. We're going to need a little help, but I think she'll revert back to that 2-back number, closer to that lower to mid-70 fig. She'll see them all turning for home, I believe. Let's hope Sheldon can get her ramped up, sustain that run from the 8th pole home, because you say she's got that burst, going to have to time it perfectly.
I think Slam Notion is the most likely winner in the entire card, but that horse is just too short to give out. So maybe Latin Rebel can pull off a little bit of an upset, returning from Colonial Downs in race number 3, that Waiver Maiden. 9-2 on the morning line for Latin Rebel, a race where Veneto figures to take a lot of money. Fast track, 29 minutes to post for race number 1. Callie Francois, Dave Rodman, and I will take you through the 7-race program. And let's go to the top of the stands for Dave Rodman and scratches and changes.
All right, good luck, everybody.